Good afternoon, welcome to a match of Dota 2 for the first online Dreamhack qualifier for Dreamhack Winter 2012, and we are gonna see a best out of one format for in total 64 teams to see which one will get that first online qualifier invite to Dreamhack Winter. And we are having two teams which for me I'm not familiar with. So I always find that very interesting, because that means that we are in for a surprise regardless, because we don't know what, or I don't know what these teams are going to be up to. I don't know about their signature heroes, and these could be, you know, the next best thing, and could be competing on Dreamhack. And we're going to see which of one of these two teams is going to make it onto round number 3, because we are in round number 2 right now, or this match is in round number 2. So both of these teams have already beaten one team to get to this place where they are now. They're far from done yet, because as I said, it's well, it's round number 2, and I think there's 5 rounds, maybe even 6. They had Dreamhack, the online qualifier started out with having 180 teams signing up, and there were 32 spots for the qualifiers. And when they activated the confirming, the check-in, those 32 were done, were full within seconds. People were asking, where's the button to sign up? So they were already ready to press that button as soon as it came up at the right time. 32 teams instantly got in, within, like I said, within seconds. And because of that, the admins decided, you know what, we're going to make it to 64 teams. So it actually got bigger. And of course, that one was full very soon as well, with 108 teams signing in there. So let's see what these teams are going to have in store for us. We have got some banouts that are pretty standard, or at least all of those heroes are heroes that we have seen a lot of lately. We have a Rubik, an Undying, Templar Assassin still, and of course a Jakiro. Darkseers with the first pickup here. What I have to note is that there is no Centaur in the draft. There is no Drow Ranger, no Silencer. Just so you are aware, because of course we've all seen a lot of games lately, pubs mostly, with Centaurs that were overpowered and stuff, but those are not in Captain's mode. So don't worry about those, we are not going to see them. We are going to see a Bounty Hunter, however, for the Dream, picking that one up. Oh yeah, I didn't even mention the team names yet. So we got HS Plus, or well, their official name was Heyuwka, if I pronounce it properly. They were going to be on the Radiant side, and FTD, or For the Dream, is going to be on the Dire side. And Batrider I also picked up on the Radiant side, a hero that we know is very strong solo, and we're going to see how they're going to be doing with that one. As for now, they already have 2 solo lanes sorted, so they can still go for a jungle hero, or for a strong dual lane. They could pick whatever they want right now without giving too much away. For the Dream, they already have a long lane off lane now. Tidehunter is sometimes also played as a long lane off lane, but I think in this case he's going to be playing a semi-support role, because purely that Bounty Hunter is already in, so we kind of know what he's going to be doing. Reserve time going off here for the Radiant team. So let's see what they're gonna do with that. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing some team fight coming up from them, like an Enigma to have in the jungle. Never mind, they're gonna go for support, so really not giving anything away. It's gonna be Crystal main. The reason I would say team fight though is because of course Tidehunter would already be on the other side, and then at least they have something to throw back at them. You can consider Darkseer a team fight as well, of course, but it's just not the same. It's just not the same. Let's see what For the Dream is going to be picking up. Last pickup before the next banning phase. Oh, one thing also to note, of course, the teams that win the invite, they have to make their own way to Dreamhack. So a lot of these teams will either have a sponsor, or will either have, well, will be a local team, or at least a team around in Sweden, so that they can just travel there, or we're gonna travel there anyway. There's also, by the way, bring your own computer qualifiers. I think it's 2 that are on location actually at the first day, and there is in total 8 or 9 invites that are already done but not yet made public. So for example, we are not gonna see Empire participating in these qualifiers because, you know, most likely they've already been invited. And the same thing can be said for a lot of other teams like Absolute Legends, Team Zero, Meteor Makers, stuff like that. Pulse, of course, as being the Swedish team right now, with CLG a bit out of the picture, or a bit more out of the picture lately, even though they could already be been invited too with their new lineup. Could be. But we won't know until that's made public. It's just patience is a virtue, right? And we'll just deal with that. Enigma being banned out here by For the Dream. Apparently they also recognize that that could be a threat for them. They ban out the Lifestealer. We have seen, or if you watched my cast, and we have seen Lifestealer a couple of times yesterday, doing a pretty good job also, even though not able to carry his team later on, too much disables for him at that time, but a pretty strong hero, to be fair, and especially now with his with his rage being buffed, it's like free BKB. Pretty nice indeed. We have a Chaos Knight, Anti-Mage, and a Phantom Lancer being banned out. Phantom Lancer, not really a hero that you see banned out all that much, but if there's already a Keeper of the Light in the opponent team, you don't really know what you would ban out. Phantom Lancer is never a bad thing to ban out, because the Keeper of the Light Phantom Lancer lane is just very annoying to be on. And well, apparently the Radiant team wants to be having some okay lanes for themselves. Keeper of Light, of course, a laning hero that is very strong with a lot of combinations, because there's a lot of heroes that have those mana problems early game if they spam out their abilities, but with the Keeper of the Light, you can just do that. Last ban out is going to come out for the Dream. Let's see what they're going to be banning out. Is it going to be another semi-jungle hero, maybe? Jen Enchantress comes to mind. It could still be a possibility for HS. They go for a Juggernaut, though. Putting that one out of the pool. And we're gonna see what HS is gonna do. Are they gonna be picking up another semi-support here to just wait until the last moment to pick up that hard carry that they are probably gonna be aiming for? Or are they already gonna pick the hard carry up with the slight fear that maybe For the Dream would otherwise pick it up? I'm kinda thinking like I don't know why. I don't think it's gonna be getting picked up, but I want to put it out there anyway. Wisp Tiny combination still in there, and for both teams it could actually work out. Like, in theory, all the heroes that For the Dream has so far, we have seen those solo lanes, on solo lanes. Even though it's not very common for a Keeper of Light to be solo, but we have seen it. Witch Doctor will be the pickup here for HS. That's a hero that we don't see every day. Curious to see how that's gonna be going. Of course, he got a buff. I think it is in this patch also. Was it? Yes, I think it is. So his ultimate got a buff. Bouncing around through heroes, up to 5 heroes. So pretty nice one as well. If I'm wrong with that patch is not in yet, please say something in the chat. I will be able to see that. Let's see what the reply for that one is for the Dream. I'm kind of expecting, because of that Witch Doctor, I'm kind of expecting a Faceless Void coming off from HS. The Faceless Void is a pretty nice combination with the Witch Doctor. To, yeah, if you have a Chronosphere, you can just put that curse on there, because your target can't get away. It's pretty powerful. But let's see. For the Dream gonna make it happen. Gonna let it happen. They could also still pick up the... Luna. Well, they could also still pick up the Luna. That will be the pickup here. To be fair, she can spam out her Lucent Beam with Keeper of the Light. It's actually pretty nice, I think. Could work out very nicely indeed. Especially if you're up against a tri-lane, maybe with a Crystal Maiden and a Witch Doctor there. And otherwise, if she's versus the solo lane, I think she can survive versus the Darkseer, versus the Bat Rider, maybe, but we're gonna see it. Looks like Luna, Keeper of Light, tied under a tri-lane though, leaving only the mid hero open for the Dream. One hero last pickup for HS, but they still have a lot of time in their bonus time, so they don't really have to rush anything here. They do pick up a Shadow Fiend though. Who cares about Faceless Void? It's not a hero I was expecting. He needs to have a good start if they want to make it happen, because the rest of the heroes, well, you have Bat Rider who needs his level 6 and then also have his tankiness, so he needs to also have a decent start. And then you have Shadow Fiend, also a hero that either has to be AFK farming or has to have a good start also. I'm kind of curious to see how they're going to be dealing with that Tidehunter. Also because they I mean, imagine a Ravage in the middle of all of that. Darkseers, Crystal Maiden, Witch Doctor, they'll all drop fairly low from that one. And if you then have a Bounty Hunter going around there, critting stuff, and Illuminate going through, it will be very tough. There is a lot of team fight coming up from For the Dream, and with the Requiem of Souls from Shadow Fiend, the Darkseer Replica Wall, I'm not sure if that can counter all of what comes from For the Dream. And they pick up the Queen of Pain for the mid lane. No real surprise. As Queen of Pain is considered a counter to Shadow Fiend in the mid lane. I'm not expecting Shadow Fiend to be in the mid lane though. Just saying that again. I'm expecting him to be in a tri lane, but we'll find out anyway. Queen of Pain, of course, regardless, solid hero to have in the mid lane. We're gonna see who's playing what. As I have to still change my camera speed because I played games before this.
Prepare for battle.
There we go. So let's see who's playing what. We see For the Dream, Dire Side, we have Smile for Style playing the Bounty Hunter. We're gonna have Shakespeare playing the Queen of Pain. It's gonna be Structures playing the Keeper of the Light, with Sebastian playing the Luna, and Naive will play the Tidehunter, and that will be the entire lineup for the Dream. As we jump ourselves over to the Radiant side to see that one is playing the Witch Doctor. We have NBNP playing the Crystal Maiden, also support of course, and as expected Shadow Fiend is going to be farming on the bottom lane with those two supports there, and he is played by Frosha. That leaves the mid lane for the Bat Rider. It's going to be Baravan who is going to be playing that one, going to be up for the Queen of Pain, and we see that HDAKA going to be playing the Darkseer, who has I almost forgot that he has his he's slightly reworked, like the image of himself. He looks a bit more scary now, I think. His eyes got a little bit... He looks a bit more dumb, also. His eyes got smaller. I think that's the reason. Look at these standing. And this is indeed an aggressive tri-lane. I like this a lot, because this will mean that we are going to be seeing a lot of action, because you only put an aggressive tri-lane if you know that, you know, we have a better tri-lane than our opponents. A lot of blinks going out with Bounty Hunter going invisible there. Darkseer running away. The rune was picked up by the Darkseer, but you know it was a regen rune, so who cares? And Bounty Hunter will just be rotating top. He'll be soloing that lane with Queen of Pain mid. So that is indeed the lineup. And I'm expecting to have my camera mostly around this this bottom area here, because this is already very aggressive. They placed a ward there. I do think that was seen by the Radiant team, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll find out soon enough though. For now, I mean, Keeper of Light will spam Illuminates. There's actually Luna who went for a Lunar Blessing first, so no Lucent Beam just yet, but look at these harassments already going through. Shadow Fiend is already losing some HP. Crystal Maiden throwing out a Nova, but it's gonna have to back off there again. Keeper of Light can just eat a tango and stick around. Actually now, not anymore. Now with Witch Doctor coming around the corner as well. But he's of course picked up his Paralyzing Cask. And Illuminate once again to go through, and they can just do that. They see exactly where the heroes are. Look at this! 2 blasts, a couple of creeps, and Shadow Fiend is already very low there. And this will be the story of the game, as in the top lane we see a dive coming off from the Darkseer, who's tower skipping and just killing off the creeps ways behind the tower that he is supposed to be at, but he should be able to get decent farm with that way. And Bounty Hunter will not get harassed that much by the Iron Shell, so he should be having an okay time as well. So until something goes wrong for either of those, until they make a mistake, neither of those two heroes should be dying. And we're seeing bottom lane where they're just dancing around each other, throwing out some right clicks, exchanging blows, but that's about it. Ward being placed, so they have got vision at that area for the entire time. And actually they did not see the ward here being placed, because otherwise Crystal Maiden would have placed their sentry wards already, which she did not. Illuminate to be casted, but this time they are aware where it's going to be hitting. Lena's already 7 for 4, doing an okay job, especially considering that the Shadow Fiend has 0 for 1, so Shadow Fiend not getting any last hits here on this bottom lane, and that is not really ideal. The rest of the Radiant team though doing good, because they are ahead of the other opponent on the lane. Bat Rider is 10 for 0, with Queen of Pain being 3 for 1, so Bat Rider getting the better of this lane for sure. And the top lane is of course Darkseer is not going to be missing that much last hits, because he can take the entire creep wave, and he's 14 to 1. And Bounty Hunter is 3 for 0, so he's not getting that much here either. So the top and middle lane are won by the Radiant team, but their tri lane is not really working out for them so far. And now he's got his first right click. Happy times for him. Illuminate to go through once again. It's Crystal Maiden that still gets hit by that, regardless of, or despite the ward rather. That's a bit surprising to see. She has got 2 tangles left though, so she should be fine. It's a level 2 on the Keeper of the Light. I am expecting a Lucent Beam Up. Yeah, there it is on the Keeper on the Luna. It's level 2 right now. She can just start spamming that out without regard of mana at all. That's just what she could be doing. Tidehunter still level 1. Just has a gush just in case there's gonna be a possibility for a first blood or to chase. Luna trying to dodge here a bit, is able to pick up some boots. Is already the fastest hero in the game. Just by base movement speed, and now also already picking up boots, so a pretty fast hero with Shadow Fiend not yet having that 500 gold to pick that up. Illuminate going through again, but you know, oh, Keeper of the Light actually not being careful enough, gonna get a gush in the face as well. Crystal made Nova to make sure that nobody is gonna be chasing that, and that's the ward being countered. Strike just thought, you know what, why do they constantly run away as soon as I start charging? They must know that I am here, so they must have a ward, so he places a sentry ward, counter wards it. Or count towards the ward, and is going to be having a happy time spamming out his Illuminate again without anybody knowing. Back to full HP on the Shadow Fiend in the meantime, who is level 2, by the way. Not really all that high level 2 and level 2 also on the supports. That is a big difference because Tidehunter was level 1 for a long time. They are sharing experience on the Radiant side a lot more than they are on the Dire side. Did not hit any heroes this time. Sentry ward to counter the sentry ward, but who's gonna be faster? Oh, they both die! Oh gosh, Crystal Maiden in some trouble. Here comes Luna rather. Nope, not gonna be happening. Illuminate to go through, just harassing them back. I wonder if both of those teams now know that both of the wards are gone. And like, why counter ward when you don't have your own ward there? That's also something. I mean, she just wasted a counter ward to counter ward a counter ward that she wasn't gonna be warding again anyway, or at least not for now. Illuminate hits. And this Luna is getting some nice farm, 22 for 9. But then again, like I said, the other 2 lanes, it is still the Darkseer highest up on the top lane versus that Bounty Hunter, who is almost level 6 by the way, who's now level. He's starting to roam around. What? I leave for a second and the first blood goes. It's actually the Witch Doctor that got the last hit there on the Luna, so I'm quite surprised that it went the other way. Why did I do that? Why did I decide to check other lanes? Well, the bottom lane was the one where I was sticking around the entire time. Stupid. But yeah, paralyzing cast Frostbite Nova, and that was apparently enough. In the meantime, top lane, some trouble here for the Bounty Hunter, but he's gonna be fine because he can be invisible. And well, I was checking anyway, I might as well continue checking. It is 22 for 2 on the Queen of Pain, with 33 for 3 on the Bat Rider. So Bat Rider definitely getting the better of this, as he is also level 6 now. He is gonna be going for a fast Blink Dagger by the looks of it. We'll see how fast he is gonna get that. Queen of Pain in the meantime rotating towards the bottom lane. They need to get the advantage on this lane. This is the lane, or at least for the Dire side, this is the lane. They went aggressive tri lane. What good is an aggressive tri lane if you're not going to be able to be aggressive? Bounty Hunter now rotating in as well. They don't have anything teamfighting yet. Tidehunter is still level 2. They do have the Sonic Wave, however, and that might make a big difference here. And an invisibility rune on the Queen of Pain will definitely help as well. And apparently they are not scared anymore for the sentry ward that was there earlier. Are they gonna be? How are they gonna be diving? Are they gonna be diving this? Right clicks go off. Darkseer pausing the game. And he picked up a ring of health, going for a pipe probably. It's a good thing I have the delay on my stream, otherwise I might be able to see where everybody is. Witch Doctor got himself some boots. He's already got 500 gold. I think he should spend it soon because the future doesn't look all too bright for him right now. Shadow Fiend level 4 as well. 8 for 3 last hits. Still hasn't got boots. Should be having boots though. Oh, I picked up a bottle rather than boots. What does a courier have? Where is that courier? Oh, he's on his way back. Courier has boots. There we go. And the boots are actually for oh, the boots were for Witch Doctor. Illuminate to go through, raises. Harassment. Here comes the Queen of Pain. Finds them. The paralyzing cast goes through. Raze is going up. Sonic Wave clears out the Shadow Fiend. The rest comes in from the Dire side, from the Radiant side now as well. Bedrider landing a lasso on the Darkseer, on the Bounty Hunter rather, who goes down. Darkseer taking that one down. We have still the Queen of Pain able to get away, should be able to blink away soon again. Tidehunter in a lot of trouble, lands a Gush Steel, but will probably be dropping Iron Shell too big. And Bedrider right clicks as well. Surge up, they want to go for the Luna here. They are not going to be getting it though. And that was a fight. It started out as 5 versus 2 and ended up bad for the Dire side. And this is Illusions. It's confusing. It ended up bad for the Dire side. They lost 2 heroes. They gained also heroes, of course. I mean, they killed off the Shadow Fiend. That is always nice. But they lost. They actually lost 3 heroes. Tide, as well as Witch Doctor. Sorry, Witch Doctor Radiant. It was 2 for 2. Wow. I should be waking up right now. What's wrong with me? Calling out wrong stuff. Not seeing colors straight. But 2 for 2, and I have to say it was not a very good trade. I mean, you lost a Bounty Hunter that's already level 7. Yes, you killed off a Shadow Fiend, but Shadow Fiend was already shut down. Now, the only good thing that came from it though is that Queen of Pain managed to pick up both of those kills, and she has therefore got some extra gold for her, and hasn't died. So good thing indeed, as we have Crystal Maiden and Shadow Fiend looking for something. Well, I'm not gonna find these 3 anyway. They are not smoked up. They're not going to find anybody here in the middle lane, because the hero that was there was the Darkseer, who just picked up a regen rune, is just going to back out, and these 3 are backing off again. This is costing them a lot of time and experience and gold. Not something that you want to be seeing right now. Bounty Hunter is doing the right thing now. I mean, he should be roaming around trying to get kills with his track. That is his job. But Tidehunter should be going somewhere to try and get experience. I mean, top lane is left completely empty now. Darkseer just left the farm. Illuminate to go through here. Paralyzing cast, not gonna hit. Raises though. Sebastian Frostbite. That will be the Luna dead. Tidehunter trying to do something. Right clicking. There is a track up on the Shadow Fiend. But this time he has boots. This time he is fast enough. Here comes the Bedrider blinking in and gets the Bounty Hunter once more. Bounty Hunter trying to get himself away. Should be fine. Flame Break still there. Not gonna do anything. Illuminate going through. Still hits on the Witch Doctor but doesn't get anything. And the Luna, her dying is definitely not a good thing to have happen. Queen of Pain still wants to do something. Sonic Wave hits on the Shadow Fiend. Queen of Pain cannot blink away from the Frostbite though. Will go down. It's Witch Doctor that picks the last kill. Nice Lucent Beam still picking up the Shadow Fiend on the back. And Luna will continue farming.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
And I just gotta drink some because apparently that helps me with my focus. From what I've been told. Also, I recently got a comment from someone that thought that every time I said I had to drink something it was alcohol. It is not alcohol. I'm not drinking alcohol during casts or before casts or after casts. Here we go.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I just wanted to clear that out. Bounty Hunter back to farming on the top lane. Doesn't have any boots either yet. Quite surprising. Really counting on that movement speed from the track to help him get to his targets. Which might be enough, but to be fair, I mean, it's not something that I would be recommending. I mean, boots is pretty standard item to have. 4 heroes here from for the Dream. Not able to take down the tier 1 tower. Tidehunter level 3. Level 6 Shadow Fiend now. I'm actually surprised Experience Graph is in favor of the Radiant team by a large margin. Vacuum in. Queen of Pain blinks away instantly. Luna pops her ultimate. There's too many creeps around to do something though. Tidehunter will still drop on the side. It's Witch Doctor that picks him up. And 5 heroes here now from HS. Blink in from the bat. Last 2 on the Queen of Pain. Should be able to blink out. No, never mind. There's too much burst damage coming off from the Radiant team right here. And this is going not all too well for the Dream. They need to have those levels up on the Tidehunter. They need to have that team fight. I mean, I said it during the draft. It is where they are bigger, better than HS, or at least I feel like that. If you have combine that with the Luna ulti and everything, but right now it's just not there. Keeper of the Light. Here comes the Bedrider. He doesn't have a lasso, does have a flame break, and will be able to take down the Keeper of Light, especially with help of that raise from the Shadow Fiend. In the meantime, Queen of Pain landing a scream, gonna try to kill the Witch Doctor. Sonic Wave misses completely, and Frostbite will help Shadow Fiend take the kill. The smiley phrase from the Darkseer, well played, coming off from the Witch Doctor. That's actually all bad-mannered stuff coming off from the Radiant team, and it's the Batrider that goes down there from the Bounty Hunter still, so that's a kill for the Dire team still. Lucent Beam on the Darkseer, but Vacuuming will still clear out the Bounty Hunter in return, and 4 heroes back up with their lives intact, like barely dropped at all. And they will continue the farm. They didn't take the tier 1 tower, but getting these kills is very important as well. They're really shutting down for the Dream, especially this Tidehunter, who is level 4. But like I said, still not level 6, and yeah, Queen of Pain just missing her Sonic Wave there is definitely not something that you want to be seeing. Batrider disconnected from the game, so we have to wait until he is back up again. Let's take a look at the gold graph in the meantime. It's of course in favor of the Radiant team. They have got 1 tower down so far. I mean, the top tier 1 tower did drop. And they of course got more kills as well, so they have more experience. And for the Dire team, they have roamed around a lot more. I mean, we saw an excursion that the Bounty Hunter, the Tidehunter, and the Keeper of Light did. They just walked, and then walked to one side of the map, and then walked back. So, you know, it's, yeah. This is not very nice if you were thinking about that in an experience perspective. TP incoming from the Batrider.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They're not going to be finding anybody though. They're hiding behind their tower, and rightfully so. Luna level 7, but she needs more farm. Wow. Everything is cool in my voice. Still works. We have got the Keeper of the Light. Who's got boots, who's level 4 as well. I mean, they were on the tri lane. You don't get that much experience from a tri lane if you are on the aggressive side, because you can't pull, you can't stack, you can't get those jungle creeps, and you just have to get your experience in total from the lane and from the kills that you do, because you have an aggressive tri lane to make sure that you get kills, to make sure that you shut down the Shadow Fiend. And to be fair, the Shadow Fiend did get shut down a lot, but right now he is definitely making up for that with the 2 good lanes that the other 2 lanes had for HS. So the mid lane and the top lane, they were able to make sure that Shadow Fiend lost of the lane. It's not all too big of a factor, as we see the Bounty Hunter getting away from this harassment here. Sentry Ward was placed to try and catch him, but they weren't able to catch him. There is a lasso up again on that Batrider. There's a Sentry Ward there as well. It doesn't catch out that one though. Interesting to see. Nice placement of that ward, as we have another disconnect from the Batrider. There's 4 heroes here from for the Dream on the mid lane. I may be looking about thinking about going for that tier 1 tower at the same time. Can they really do that? They still don't have a Ravage, and they are leaving the jungle alone so far, which is quite surprising, to be fair. I mean, even a Tide could at this point try to get some creeps in the jungle, try to get some experience. But they're not going for it. And even you could even try to go for the top lane together with the Keeper of Light, trying to get experience on some lane. Harassment going off, double damage on the Darkseer, thinking about going off. Vacuum on the high ground does not work, and Keeper of Light will just be able to move away from that one.
Dire's bottom tower
We'll be drawing on the minimap from the Bounty Hunter. They expect him to go this way, but he actually went this way. So curious to see if they are aware of that. We are of course seeing the Batrider around here, thinking about wanting to blink in as soon as he sees him. I think we're gonna see though if he's gonna be doing that. He's waiting around, waiting for the harassment to come. There's a blink in, there's a lasso. There's also a firefly, but there's nothing more. No fire. Actually, there was a flame ring, no firefly, no raises. Well, maybe 1 raise, but that's it. I think they missed a kill here, but oh well. Lasso on cooldown round. As we have got Queen of Pain trying to blink away from this one. There's the blink. I don't think it's too late though. She has a Maledict on her and the Earth Charge, and actually used the bottle and will be able to stay alive with that. Nice job for her. We will have to be going back to base though. Darkseer gonna defend the tier 2 tower bottom, where Luna managed to put down the tier 1 on the top. Still level 5 on the Tide, 15 minutes in. Luna level 9, continuing to farm and continue to have 2 people around her that are leeching her experience, also something that should not be happening.
Radiant's middle tower
Not at this time, not when you're so far behind. Blink in from Baraban, but well, on Sebastian that is, but no lasso, so no initiation for him, just right clicks, just harassment. Queen of Pain picking up an Ogre Club. Curious to see if she wants to go for BKB. I don't think so though. I mean, it's not the right item I think for her to go for right now. Maybe an Aghanims would be better. He's gonna run into the Darkseer here. He's just gonna be running away again also. 4 heroes here from the Radiant side, while on the bottom lane Shadow Fiend is free farming by himself, definitely picking up all the slack that he had at the start of the game. Illusion's gonna come harass. This is the real one though. Here they come. Surge in. Nice blocks. There's a blink in. There is the Eclipso. Will be enough. Keeper of Light getting away for 5 HP. No, still going down to the Darkseer, or to the Witch Doctor rather. Witch Doctor dropping though, as well as the Queen of Pain. 3 for 1 so far, as we see the Bounty Hunter being very low on HP here as well. Still lands a track, but it's one more right click from the Darkseer, who gets a triple kill there. And all the while, Tidehunter still level 5. That could have so changed it around. Great Darkseer wall coming off from HS, making the difference. And of course Batrider's initiation. I mean, they have that right now, and there's nothing that FTD can do against that. They should try to find farm, they should try to find other place to go, and if you have a standoff in the middle of your lane, 5 on 4 or 4 on 4 or 5 on 5, you should just try to back off and farm elsewhere and just leave a couple there. It will still be Queen of Pain that picks up the Batrider though. Nice job for that. He just overstayed his welcome. Witch Doctor level 8. He's gonna try to do something here. Illuminate coming through, not hitting. Queen of Pain blinking in. Gonna take some rages. Is there gonna be more? Gush lands will be able to help out. Urn Charge still on the Queen of Pain, who now has to probably go just back to base unless she finds a regen rune at 18 minutes, which is of course something that she wants to have. Illuminate going through again. And where is Luna? This is the hope and dreams of the Dire team. She needs to farm. Illuminate to go through again. This harassment doesn't do as much anymore as it did on the bottom lane, especially not with the Keeper of Light level 5. And I mean, we saw that the Dire team was running a trial, or the Radiant team was running a trial lane as well, but Witch Doctor was one of those people on the trial lane. He's level 8. I mean, yeah, Crystal Main is level, Crystal Main is level 8 as well, so that is a big difference there, as having 2 heroes, support heroes level 5, and the 2 supports from the opponent team already level 6. The last 2, Luna trying to get away, Illuminate to go through, and that is the Witch Doctor picking up another kill. And that is Luna being taken down. That's of course the hero that you should not be seeing to fall, because that is, like I said earlier, it is the carry of For the Dream. And that's not good at all. And we look at the net worth, we see Queen of Pain highest up on there for the Dire team. But there are still 3 heroes higher than him on the Radiant team. One of those 3 is actually the Shadow Fiend, who had such a bad start. Shadow Fiend had such a bad start at that bottom lane, but definitely made his way up to the top again, and is now second next to the Darkseer, who of course was highest up on those last hits, because he didn't miss a single last hit with those with that tower skipping. I can't believe that Batrider even has lower net worth than the Shadow Fiend, considering Batrider had a pretty decent time mid as well. But that's all because Shadow Fiend was being left he's being left alone, and he is finding the farm. I mean, he is now solo farming the bottom lane, the top lane. Rather, earlier he was solo farming the bottom lane. And every one of the Dire team keeps coming back to mid to try and stop something from happening, to try and fight something that they should not be fighting, and then they get picked off. Lincoln, Lasso, Gush still lands with Keeper of Light in a lot of trouble now. Look at this damage going through. Ravage being used at level 6 on the Tide. Will there be enough to follow up? Tidehunter will probably still go down. There comes the Witch Doctor's ultimate, but Crystal Maiden drops. Witch Doctor drops. Yes, Cuddle still drops. Tidehunter still drops as well. It's 2 for 2 so far. 2 for supports for 2 supports. And Bedrider now on the run. Queen of Pain coming in as well. Darkseer is still around here. Bedrider and Darkseer, the highest 2 up on net worth. This could be ending badly, but they might be able to still get 1 kill off of this Bedrider. 1 more hit away from dying, and he indeed goes down. Killing spree for Queen of Pain. And that's something that the Darkseer cannot do anything against, even though, well, he's gonna get a rune, so that's nice. And he's gonna build towards the mechanism for his team as well. So it started out with 2 versus 2 for the supports, but getting that Bedrider is very important. More importantly, I think a couple of those kills were track kills. So if you start trading kills and you have a bounty hunter on your team, you're actually getting slightly ahead because you are getting that track gold for your kills, and your opponent does not have that unless they accidentally would have a Rubik that seals your track. But in theory they do not have that. So nice job for the Dream here. As yeah, I mean, they are behind for sure. I mean, look at the gold graph. It's over 7,500. It's probably around 9,000 gold in favor of HS. 7,500 experience in favor as well, but they are not out of the woods yet. I mean, they still have their Luna. We know how big Lunas can get. And now that they have the Ravage, that could mark the start of team fights going the way of For the Dream again. Ravage is a big spell and should not be underestimated of the impact on the game it can have. Paralyzing cast flying through. Tier 1 tower still going down though. Queen of Pain finding a crystal main. It doesn't have a sonic wave or anything. Gets last 2, still has a BKB. And there is also the ward doing physical damage. And Queen of Pain so low. And why do you get a BKB? I mean, I said earlier that I was hoping that she was going to go for an Aghanims. It is the Keeper of the Light that goes down still to the Darkseer. Blinking from Baravan wants to go for more. They're not going to be finding the Bounty Hunter there, but they are going to try to catch the Tidehunter. Tidehunter who gets extra movement speed from the track being on the Darkseer. So they won't be able to pick that one up as well. Oh, no, I like this.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And where is he? There he is. Races to go. There's also a, oh, that's actually a Dire one. If he comes close, he is a dead man. And he is close. There he is. Here's the Frostbite. Is it going to be anything else? Here comes the Bedrider as well. And there is a vacuum in. And that is the kill as Bounty Hunter goes down. I'm not sure why the Shadowfiend just popped his ultimate, but I'm sure it was worth it. He's already got 36 souls again also. Illuminate to go through. Tier 2 tower getting harassed here, taking a large chunk of damage already. Fortification goes off. 5 heroes here for the Radiant team as the pipe is put on there to make sure they can survive these blasts. I mean, really, they don't do any damage if you have that pipe up. Vacuum in, not finding anything. Queen of Pain needed to blink away. There goes the paralyzing cast. He pops her BKB, wants to go in. Ravage being used, only hits on 1 though. Darkseer, which is a pretty important target to take down. 1 more hit needed, and he indeed goes down. Luna also picking up the Witch Doctor with her ultimate. Crystal Main will drop. Gem of True Sight will drop. Queen of Pain will still drop to the Bedrider, and Tidehunter has actually the last hit on the Crystal Main. He's gonna get harassed here by the Shadowfiend though. He's gonna try to get himself out of that one. I don't think he's gonna be able to unless he can juke pretty nicely. Can he? Gosh, no? Gosh, yes. Raze is still dead, but this is the last one alive for the Radiant team, and that was a brilliant fight for the Dire team. The Ravage making all the difference because they could pick up the Darkseer. Darkseer who has had such a big impact. I think they even picked him off before he used his mechanism, so good job there for sure. And that is just the power that a Ravage can have in a fight. And Luna's ultimate, of course, also making the difference there on that tanky Darkseer, who actually has a pipe, so even the magical damage from Luna's ultimate did a bit less than you normally would expect. They're not going to get anything in return for that fight though, I don't think. Maybe they're going to get a tier 1 tower bottom, but that would be about it. But this is the start for the Dream that could turn everything around. We could still see that drop back down towards that 0 line. We're going to see if they're going to be able to do it though, because of course in the meantime the tier 2 tower still dropped. TP incoming for the bottom lane. Tower still goes down though. Here comes number 1. Actually gets cancelled. They're just going to come in from the front. There was a Witch Doctor that cancelled his TP. Darkseer getting a loosened beam. Minor stun. BKB being popped by the Queen of Pain. Vacuum still a last 2 though. No BKB for you will work. Lands a shout. There goes a Witch Doctor. Bounty Hunter picking that one up. Flame Break. Knocks back some heroes. Crystal Main still thinking about going in. Gush from the side. Darkseer out of mana now also. Are they going to be finding more pickups? Keeper of Light really has to be careful right now. He's very low on HP, also on mana, but he will be able to give himself some more mana soon. As we see a Frostbite on that Bounty Hunter also getting away. It's Crystal Maiden that still drops. Lucent Beam on the Darkseer. Track is on there. More movement speed for the Dire team, and it will be the Darkseer that's going to be able to back away. Tidehunter, I think you should be backing up right now. It's going to be able to land something. No gush just yet though. Darkseer will be fine, should be fine. Tier 2 tower is not going to be fine. And that is just... you saw it, that fight. I mean, yes, they exchanged some kills, but they got the better of it in the end. For the Dream, managed to push everything back, managed to take the tier 2 tower, and that just says the state of the game a lot more than the graph that I have shown you. It says it's about even. It is about even. It's about how you initiate, where you initiate, and who you have when you initiate. Gold graph drops back to 5k, still in favor of HS, but yeah, not that big of a difference anymore, just like the experience graph dropping back towards that 5k. So definitely nice job for the Dream coming back up from the Death Fit. Let's see if we can find some more items that we haven't seen before. We see the urn up on the Tidehunter, who has also got us some mana boots. I mean, after taking a long time to get to level 6, he is finally now having his found his stroll, and or stroll find his, well, I don't know, he found something. He found farm. He can just farm in the jungle and actually do something with his life, like throwing out ravages. Bounty Hunter in the meantime going for a, well, I thought it was gonna be a BKB. He also got a Ring of Health in his inventory. It's a bit late for a Battle Fury though, maybe he still wants it, but I don't think it would be that good of an idea. A BKB right now is a bit more powerful, even though, again, I mean, we saw it, as soon as you pop your BKB, Bedrider will think, hey, you know what, let's just put that guy in the lasso until his BKB runs out. That sounds like a plan, doesn't it? So it's a pretty annoying counter towards that BKB. But then again, I mean, you won't get hit by the paralyzing cast, by the curse, by the vacuum, by the Darkseer Wall. Stuff like that is all pretty big, so it still counters a lot. Just not everything. Luna in the meantime picked up herself a Helm of the Dominator. We'll have 1000 gold in her inventory again. Keeper of the Light managed to pick himself up a buckler. It's going for that mechanism, of course. Mechanism which is of course already long up on the Radiant team, so quite surprised about that. We have a BKB up on the Shadow Fiend, which we saw earlier. Picked himself up an Ultimate Orb as well. Let's see if he's gonna go for a reverse Manta. And I say reverse because normally you pick up the Yasha first. Oh, Frostbite, Bounty Hunter, last two grabbing him in, and that will be a kill. And that will be, hey, there's a sentry ward here, didn't you know? Of course, they lost their gem in a couple of fights ago, and they're thinking they can take Roshan with that pickup. But the Dire team, they know that that's going on. Luna can just run in with her ulti. Rabbit there. I mean, Bounty Hunter, yes, is nice to have there, but I think they have a pretty good shot if they go in right now. Roshan, buyback actually from the Bounty Hunter. Ooh, I don't know why Keeper of the Light did that. Keeper of the Light will go down. Ravage will hit 2 heroes, but the BKB was already on the Bedrider. Crystal Maiden is actually still alive. Uses her ultimate. It is the Keeper of the Light that drops buyback from the Tidehunter. Queen of Pain tries to do what she can, and it will be Luna that drops as well. 4 heroes alive here from the Radiant team. Another buyback. They do not want to lose that Roshan, but actually they already did. And it was a Shadow Fiend that picks up the Aegis. 1200 gold up on him. And we have some nice drawings from the Keeper of Light on that minimap. I'm not sure why, but that is the case. And that is just a massive fight going the way of HS. That's how fast things can change around here. The Ravage really not doing all that much. And of course Keeper of Light just running in that fight before the fight even started. Really not ideal. And there were 4 buybacks in total, 3 on the Radiant side, sorry, 3 on the Dire side, and 1 on the Radiant side. Witch Doctor bought back from the Radiant team, and yeah, we have of course got Luna, Bounty Hunter, Tide, buying back for the Dire team, not being able to do anything with those buybacks, by the way, apart from making sure that they don't force the tier 3 mid lane, which might have even been worth it, even though I'm not sure if they needed all of the buybacks. But yeah, if they wanted to challenge Roshan, then Bounty Hunter should have bought back earlier. But right now, I feel like that's a bit of a waste of gold, as well, they find the ward, but they have to just take it down. Still, they have to give vision first. Bounty Hunter, go stand there. This is the verdict from structures, and the ward indeed goes down. So that's something. Still a lot of sentry wards here for the Radiant team, also, by the way. Just in case they're thinking about smoking, perhaps. And she's gonna be warding that spawn. That one. Darkseer in the meantime, 1600 gold for him. He's building towards a Sheever's guard. No real surprise there. That's of course an item that he can do, and he is having a lot of farm. He is still highest up on net worth. Closely followed by the Shadow Fiend though, who is indeed going for Manta South. Picked up his Yasha right now, just needs the recipe. And we see Witch Doctor, he's got himself an Ogre Club, might be going for BKB as well. Of course, something that you can be having against that Luna ulti as well as before the Ravage, because that is just a spell that, you know, BKB counters Ravage, is how it works. TPing coming for top, they want to defend this tier 2. If they can do it, I'm not sure. They have a Ravage, they've got the Sonic Wave, they've got everything up basically, but they need to have a good initiation, and the initiation is just, if you go head on, that's just more there for the Bounty Hunter than anything else. Illuminate being charged up, coming in from the side, Keeper of Light already backing off again. Shadow Fiend, these can be quite ballsy because he has a Ravage still. Tidehunter already taking a lot of damage there, has to back off. Vacuum doesn't hit any heroes, just creeps. And the pushing continues. Does the Radiant team want to stick around? I don't think so. Or maybe catch them out if they think they've backed off. Because this is just a Radiant ward. Dire team does not know, or did not know, that they were still there. Now they know though. Blinkin, Lasso, Darkseer, Bedrite, Bounty Hunter. Wow, all those names. Bounty Hunter dead. And that is going to be the tower probably going down. Lucid Beam still hits on a Darkseer, but it's just harassment. Illuminate to go through. Creeps are actually gone because of the Illuminate. They cannot push in anymore, but they will probably wait and see if they can go again, because without that Bounty Hunter, that will be, well, you're slowly picking off everybody. Every hero that they can. Rages, just some harassment. Here comes the creep wave. There could be a pipe up again soon for the Illuminate that's about to be charged. Is there going to be a pipe, Darkseer? Yeah, there's the pipe. This Illuminate is not going to do shit. Right clicks to go off. Bastion still setting around. Could throw it in the cliff, but with that pipe there, he just doesn't want to do that. Shadow Fiend picking up the tower, and they're going to just go for these barracks because they can. They're not getting challenged, really. Sonic Wave going through, Illuminate going through, but that's the mechanism being used, and that is Luna with her ultimate, but the BKB on the Bedrite will make sure that he stays alive. Crystal Maiden will still drop though. Nice Ravage. Hits on 3. Lasso hits on the Queen of Pain. She can't do anything right now. There goes a ward from the Witch Doctor, and it is a Luna that goes down. It is 4 heroes still alive for the Radiant team, and that was the Aegis gone, so still 4 heroes alive, and now Tidehunter has to back out. He did his Ravage, he did his usefulness, and has to run away from the illusion of his teammate. His illusion from his teammate, that's actually doing a lot of damage here, and they actually are forced back by that one, by the rest of the team. There goes illusion, finally. And that is the melee barracks dead, so that is a siege that just had no end to it, and they backed off. But I do think they could have just stuck around for a little bit longer, and maybe take the range barracks as well. It looks like HS is quite confident here, and looking very good for this game as well. I mean, after those team fights that we saw earlier, where the Ravage definitely made a difference, the line goes back up again. It's now over 10k gold in favor of HS right now, with 12k experience in favor of them as well, because of course they are over 10 kills ahead, so that is that's a lot of experience right there. Gem of Truth set up on the Bedrider. Of course, able to pick up the Bounty Hunter a bit more easy, as he's got 1900 gold already. He's going for that Sheepstick. He counter towards the ward there. Nice job. Of course, with that flying vision, you see over trees, which was very nice. Crystal Main still has that Ogre Club. Let's see if we can find some more items. Ghost Scepter up on the Witch Doctor, able to stay alive, of course, against that Luna. But what you have to watch out for, though, like, this could be a double-edged sword, because there could be a Queen of Pain Sonic Wave. If you're in a Ghost Scepter, you're taking a lot of damage. And of course the Eclipse from the Luna, as well as the Lucent Beam and the Illuminate. So he has to be really careful when to actually pop that one. But it's definitely a good one if you're being harassed, right-clicked by the Luna. Sheever's Guard completed up on the Darkseer with tiny eyes. And that's all the heroes from the Radiant side. As we have a smoke up from the Dire side, they're looking for a kill, looking for the Darkseer. Will land a gush on the Witch Doctor, vacuum in, pipe up, BKB activated by Luna, looking for a target, looking for the support. Illuminate to go through. They wanted Shadow Fiend picking up the Keeper of Light on the backside. It will be the Witch Doctor that still drops, but right now they are at the back foot from this fight for sure. There goes the Bounty Hunter, there goes the Luna. Tidehunter will be going down as well, will try to TP himself out. Is not going to be able to do it, and that is a team wipe just for a kill on the Witch Doctor. And that is not what they signed up for. And this could be Barracks bottom lane also. There is 30 seconds without a Tidehunter. Of course, the Keeper of Light will be up again shortly. I mean, he's fairly low level, so he will be able to respawn very fast. But I'm not sure if that is really comforting something, because of course its Illuminate will go through, but that is it. Tier 3 tower looking to be the target here. 3 heroes left from the push-in that started with 4 or 5? 4. Yeah, 4. Illuminate will fly through, but they don't care. Mana leak up on the Darkseer, we're just moving around until he has until he pops into that one. That's a soaring though. Blink in! Keeper of Light turned into a piglet. Gush still lands, Ravage hit, but it's just gonna be delaying the execution of the Keeper of the Light. And now the new target is found. They actually decide, you know what, let's just back off and go for these barracks, and they can just do that. And I would not be surprised to see a GG anytime soon, because it is looking to be quite painful for the Dream. Tidehunter looking for a target. He already has used his Ravage to try and save his Keeper of Light, which didn't really work. Lasso up on the Queen of Pain, who just BKB. There comes the ulti from the Luna. Will it be enough though? Vacuum of Souls going through, and everybody on the run once again. Flame Break, Piglet, Queen of Pain probably dead right now. There we go. Bat Rider dropping that one low. And it is the Shadow Fiend that still picked up the Bounty Hunter on the side, and they just don't need to leave the base. Buybacks from everybody though. Queen of Pain buys back, Bounty Hunter buys back. They want to continue to fight this. They want to continue to the next round of the Dreamhack Winter Qualifiers number 1. Mana Leak still on the Darkseer. Can't do anything anymore. Flame Break will actually help slightly to get in range of the Darkseer once again. He's thinking about popping a Surge. Will be able to still do it. Pops his Sheever's Guard as well. Queen of Pain picking up the Witch Doctor at the backside. We still have everybody of the Dire trying to chase this. Might not be the best idea ever. Gush lands on the Bat Rider, who's actually in a lot of trouble right now, trying to fly himself down to low ground, but will still drop. Gem of Truth that dropping on the floor there as well. And it will be the Tidehunter that drops here to the Shadow Fiend. And it will also be, he should be going down. Is he not going to go down? He's not going to go down. Darkseer is still alive, 80 HP left. Still gets the kill on the Queen of Pain. And the Queen of Pain just bought back. The Bounty Hunter bought back as well, so also goes down again. And it's just the Luna and the Keeper of the Light left. Satanic up on the Shadow Fiend. This is the same Shadow Fiend that had 0 last hits at I think 5 minutes time. You would not believe it, because right now I think he is actually highest up on last hits. Yes, he is. He's got 222 last hits, 222, with the Luna being behind him rather, on 200. He's got himself a Satanic, Mad Style, BKB. Definitely a nice job there, and the Ravage is not able to make a difference for the Dream, but they haven't caught it yet. They still believe they have got the chance here. We will find out though. We will find out. I mean, a couple of pickoffs here and there, and they might be able to do it. Keeper of Light has to be careful, because like I said, if he gets picked off, that's not good. Keeper of Light is one of those heroes that is able to continue to push lanes out. There goes the Illuminate. Just some right clicks. They need their team there. They have got a Ravage again, but you know, Radiant team, they don't care about this. They just want to get those towers. They get to tier 3 and now going for the barracks, just going for those mega creeps. BKB popped by the Luna defensively. It's not gonna run in with anything anytime soon. Pipe up for the Radiant team. There goes the blink in. Last two, Luna and the Darkseer Ball, and the Sonic Wave still goes through, but it's not doing anything. Ravage being used, but it's only the Witch Doctor that drops low and still doesn't die. Now he dies. Queen of Pain picking him up, but the Witch Doctor just buys back. The Queen of Pain dies for that one. Luna, who bought back, is the only one alive for the Dream right now. It will be the barracks that drop. It will be mega creeps for HS, and it will be the GG that goes to HS, who will be going on to the next round of the Dreamhack Qualifiers number 1 for Dreamhack Winter. This was a round number 2 match of in total 6 rounds. And we're gonna see what game we're gonna find next, because of course I'm gonna be casting matches until we know which one of these teams is gonna be making it to Dreamhack Winter through these qualifiers, as we have the throne being picked to pieces, and that will be the throne exploding. My name is Sheever. I'm a Ghost of Gamers caster. If you want to support me, please subscribe to my YouTube, youtube.com/SheeverGaming. If you want to know more about Dreamhack and the qualifiers, you can go to dreamhack.se, I believe, and you can just click on esports, and then you can find everything about the Dota 2 tournament also there, including the link to the binary beast brackets, I believe. I will link them in the chat also in a moment though. Stay tuned for another game of Dota coming up for the Dreamhack qualifiers. Don't go anywhere.